everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Guys, been a little while since I've done a review, so good to be back. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the patience out there. Guys, about a week ago, maybe a little bit more, I've been keeping my eyes open for different whiskeys to get back on here, do more reviews. I have quite a few whiskeys actually that I have not reviewed that will be hopefully getting on here shortly. I'd like to get back into the hang of it. But about a week ago, as I said, I was at the Bottle Barn, and I saw this bottle here. It's one that I've reviewed before, and I went there searching for something new, something exciting. Didn't really see a whole lot that caught the eye, but I saw this and kind of went with Old Reliable, Old Grandad 114, guys. I remember loving this stuff the first time I reviewed it. I've had it several times. It's just one that's, it fits nicely into what I look for. It's under $30. It's right about $28 or so. And it's just everything that I look for in a bourbon, personally. So went with it and thought to myself, hey, as I was sipping it that night, thought to myself, hey, this is as good, if not better than I remember it being. And thought about doing a revisitation. And so I went onto YouTube and saw my first review on this stuff. And it's funny, the first review that I did on Old Grandad 114 was review number 99 for me, guys. And this review here is review number 199. So I just thought it was too perfect, exactly 100 reviews since my first review on this stuff. I thought about, not knowing that it was going to be, that the first one was number 99. It was funny how it worked out. So just thought it was meant to be. So here we are, guys. This stuff, I swear by it. Old Grandad, I love their line. They have their basic 80 proof stuff. It used to be 86 proof, I believe. Now it's 80, which is okay, if you want to use it as a mixer or whatnot. But the bonded Old Grandad is very good. And this one here is definitely my favorite of the Old Grandad line. And it's by a wide margin. It's by far, this is my favorite of that line. So I was looking forward to getting on here, guys, and here we are. Pop the cork and see what we got here. And Old Grandad 114, guys. This is, of course, the Old Grandad line. By design is a higher rye mash bill bourbon. So the mash bill on this is 63% corn, 27% rye, and 10% malted barley. It doesn't have an age statement, I don't believe, on the bottle, but this is generally thought to be about around 6 years old. I've heard, plus or minus a year or two. I generally hear this is, right around 6. They say 6 to 8 years old is what the consensus seems to be. And it's just very, very good stuff. I'll read you the back of the bottle here. It says, Old Grandad 114 is made from a unique recipe that uses more of the costly small grains which create a distinctive flavor and body. This fine bourbon is bottled at 114 proof to preserve every drop of that unique character. Look for a lot number on each bottle signifying the authenticity of Old Grandad 114. And this is lot number 1, guys. So glad I decided to go with this that night. As I said, I have a lot of whiskeys that I'm excited to review, but just wanted to revisit this, guys, for my first review on here in about a month, maybe a little more than a month. So here we go. So the color on this, it's a nice solid amber color. It's not really dark, but it's definitely a darker shade than your other Old Grandad products. So nice solid amber color. give it a nose. And on the nose, guys, it's got a very nice, sweet bourbon nose. Not overly, not overly sweet. I mean, nothing. Obviously, nothing fake about this. Nothing. It doesn't have obviously any additives or anything, but it's got almost like a, and I think that higher proofing just brings all that flavor out, all that nose out, and it's just got kind of a candy, like a solid candy, caramel, toffee, just a deep burnt caramel nose to it. It's got, man, the vanilla on the nose there. Obviously the rye, with 27% rye in the mash bill, it's going to have a little bit of spice on the nose, but it's not going to burn you up. For 114 proof, this is very, noseable, I guess you could say. I don't get a nose of this and like, oh, just blown back or anything. It's got a very, very nice nose. That cinnamon, spice, nutmeg, those baking spices. But yeah, it's sweet with a little bit of spice. That vanilla, a little bit of barrel char to it. And yeah, it just has a good mix of things going, guys. Let's take a sip. And I just want to comment as well, the viscosity of this it's thick. It sticks to the glass really well, guys. And I like a nice thick, kind of a creamy mouthfeel for a bourbon. It just, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth there. But on the palate, it's got so much going on, guys. It's got that spice. It's got sweetness. That caramel caramel note to it. A candied, Werther's type thing about it going on. It's got an oat hay. This obviously, Old Granddad is part of the Jim Beam line, but a lot of their products have that kind of hay note to me. But yeah, this is definitely oat hay. When you're done with a glass of this and you smell the inside of the glass, it smells wonderful, guys. That oat hay, close my eyes and I'm, out in the country, it's just that oat hay smell in the air. It's there. But the sweetness and the spiciness, again, the vanilla, the oak, the baking spices, guys, cinnamon, nutmeg, most notably, really, really prominent here. Good stuff. And again, for 114 proof, I set it on the nose, and here it is on the palate. You can tell that this is a higher proof bourbon, but not so much that it's not going to burn you up. It's perfect. This is, all all those notes are just magnified with that proofing being as high as it is. And it's just, to me, for under $30, this is one of the best bourbons on the market for under $30. Really, really good. If I did a blind taste test, I'd think this was a lot more expensive. This is very, very good stuff. One of the notes that I get in this, and I was tasting it the other night, still taste it right now, but the other night I was like, wow, it was kind of an old root beer type, almost like a sarsaparilla type note to it as well. But yeah, there was so much. The other night I wish I'd taken notes. Usually I try to just taste it and tell you what I'm tasting here at the time. But I wish I'd taken notes the other night because I was getting so much going on. Still am but I'm not breaking it apart as easily as I was the other night. The other night, I swear I could have made a list of probably 20 different things that I was getting in here. Today, as I said, I can still make a pretty good list, guys. Take another sip, tell you what, some more of those notes, and we'll finish up. Yeah, again, um, that caramel note, that candied note, um, the vanilla, the spice, bacon spice and rice spice, definitely. Some barrel char, that sarsaparilla, that oat hay note. There's just a lot of stuff going on here, guys, and it's all really, really good. Everything works well together, and I love this stuff. I'm gonna be going to Pismo Beach here in California. A little trip with the family next week, and I'm I'm gonna take this with me. For the nights. Kids go to sleep. My wife is asleep. Might sneak out onto the balcony. It's a nice little house near the beach there. Um, Go out on the balcony out there. Maybe bring a book with me or something and sip a little bit of this whiskey, guys. So this is great stuff. I highly recommend it. If you guys have not had this, do yourselves a favor and get some. Great, great stuff here. Take one more sip and give it a score, guys. I mean, there's really nothing that I don't like about this whiskey here, guys. And for $28, it was $28.99 before tax, so probably like $30 out the door. Um, it's, I mean, it's gonna be up near the top of my scores. I think the first time I rated it, I think I rated it a 94, guys. And not to be boring or anything, but I'm gonna stick with that score. For the price, I've had a lot of whiskeys that were a lot more expensive than this. They didn't measure up to this, so I'm gonna go with the 94, guys. Really, really good stuff. Um, I guess you could put it in a cocktail. The higher proofing and the rye probably work nicely in a cocktail, but me myself, I would not want to. I'd feel like I was doing a disservice by mixing it up. So, gonna sip this neat and enjoy it for what it is, and that's that, guys. Um, One thing I want to touch on real quick. My brother-in-law actually told me, kind of pointed this out the other day, yesterday. There's another channel here on YouTube that I believe calls themselves Working Man Whiskey. Um, you know, it's spelled slightly different. It's working instead of working, and Working Man Whiskey. And they only have I think four videos, but that's not me. Don't confuse them for me. I'm not going to make a huge deal about it. We all know that this channel has been here for since 2016 is when I started doing reviews. So I won't make a big deal about it or anything, but somebody wanted to rip off the name. I mean, I guess it's kind of a common term, but I was the first to use it here on YouTube. So anyway, guys, just know that that's not me. That's somebody else. Just wanted to point that out. But that's it for now, guys. Again, 94 on this for the score. And I've got some announcements coming up before too long. Good announcements. So looking forward to that. And getting back on here, guys. Hopefully I can do a review maybe when I'm in Pismo. We'll see how it goes, if there's time. But glad to be back, guys. And thank you so much for hanging here with me and for the support as always, guys. It means a lot. And I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Have a great the rest of your weekend, guys. And until next time, cheers.